There we go.
Close the damn door, I'm still pooping. Oh, hello
That's
there.
nice.
I see you there.
Luis, you cannot open up this podcast with a hello, I didn't see you there. We're an
I already
audio
did
podcast.
like a few episodes ago. Fuck you.
It's an audio podcast. It's got to be hello, we didn't hear you there. Or we didn't somehow sense you listening to us. Hi. Ugh. Anyway, let's get a move on, jeez.
Tyler, you ruined my joke.
Yeah, exactly, that's why I'm here.
I cry every time.
You will cry every time.
Jesus. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Shifty podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
TJ1023
and Tyler, who has the sniffles, so apologies if I get obnoxious with a sound every now and then.
Damn it, Tyler.
Hey,
Don't
look,
get me sick.
Fucking amateur hour.
look, not only have I been fighting colds all through about 2 weeks ago, now this week I seem to be dealing with hay fever because fucking pollen is everywhere. So yeah,
Wow,
fun.
what is your beef with Poland?
I don't know, it's got a problem with me though. And I didn't say Poland. I said pollen, you prick.
Sure, buddy.
Right, how do we get this thing started? How do we go straight into the topics without Luis being a dick?
I have no idea.
Tyler,
Yeah?
$1 million,
Uh-huh.
but you get attacked by Poland every month.
Like the whole nation?
That would be interesting.
Let's just say a squad. You know, it
Would-
could be
would
a
they-
dick punch or just get shot at.
So,
Wow.
is Britain okay with like a squad of Polish soldiers just coming in and attacking one of their citizens?
Yeah, just explicitly one person.
Yeah, sure. Let's say they are okay with that.
It's like a treaty they signed.
Yeah,
Yes.
The British government knew about it like weeks beforehand. I'm going to have to say no, because I could buy some defenses with $1 million, but then the only thing I would be doing with $1 million is protecting myself from like a shit ton of people wanting to attack me for some reason. So yeah, I would reject that.
So it's once a month, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it would be a
Isn't that
waste of
kind of
money.
like the one from $1 Million Butt Show where Bernie, well, not Bernie, but you become like the country's most wanted person once a month? Isn't it
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of like
there
that?
was one like that.
Only
forgot about it.
instead of being a country, it's specifically Poland.
Yes.
Well, I don't know
Would
why.
you like get a warning like, all right, the Polish soldiers are on their way. If
No.
they've got a 5-hour flight, you've got 5 hours to get ready.
That's just random. They just pop out of nowhere.
I just
Oh, really? Just magic teleporting Polish soldiers?
I got the
Yeah.
feeling. I got the
Wait,
feeling it's slightly different to Bernie's one, because Bernie's one I might actually consider doing, because don't they state that they don't actually like have enough time to do anything like kill him or anything like that. I've got the feeling an entire nation trying to attack me, they would accidentally one day kill me. You know, so fuck that.
But it's not an entire nation, it's one squad.
One squad of Polish soldiers for some reason.
Yes.
Wait,
Are they soldiers? I think I added the soldier part. Or are they just like regular Polish people, like running around with
he
baseball
just said
bats?
Poland attacked me. You know, that was it.
Well, I mean, this is what conversations are. We have to draw out the specifics, decide whether or not the $1 million is worth it.
No, it's not fucking worth it this time. The way I understood it was the entire nation of Poland was coming after my ass. So I'd rather not. You know.
So the reason why I asked you that is because Rooster Teeth is releasing the $1 million but card game. Have you guys seen that?
I've only saw recently that they've made their what do they call them? You know, when they get a certain amount of money.
The Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I've only recently saw that they had a successful little campaign with that. So I'm interested in seeing what the card game actually is, but I don't know much about it besides the whole $1 million but idea.
I mean, it seems like Cards Against Humanity with $1 million but.
Yeah, I got that vibe as well.
Which I'm fine with that. That seems funny enough.
Now the thing is, once more, I think Rooster Teeth can try to kickstart anything, and it'll just go super well because their initial goal was $10,000, and they are, as of right now, sitting at $716,168. Holy fuck!
I gotta hand it to them. They're geniuses they're geniuses with making money for these kind of things, because when you think about the whole $1 million but context, the whole premise of it, you don't need cards to play that game. You just literally need to sit down and do what Luis did before we started talking about this to play a similar kind of game, you know? And they've made money on it somehow, which is crazy. But yeah, congrats.
Well, I mean, it's more like a scenario building. Like, it depends on the context. The card game you're trying to win, it's just like Cards Against Humanity, Apples to Apples, things like that. You know, everybody's got something ridiculous, but the game is deciding who had the most ridiculous one. The fun thing about just throwing out scenarios is like you get to expand on those details. And I feel like most people who play the game aren't going to, draw on the fun stuff. They're just going to be like, that one said penis. I'm going to pick that one.
Yeah, that being said, after my comments just now, I don't actually know how the card game aspect of it works. So,
yeah, I was about to get to that point. So it is kind of similar to Cards Against Humanity because in Cards Against Humanity you have the black cards and the white cards. So the black cards have the scenario and the white cards are the answers completing the scenario, and then there's someone to judge which one is the funniest. So for $1 million but, if I'm not mistaken, they have it on their Kickstarter page and a YouTube video about it. But it's like there's a black and a golden card, and those two form a scenario, and then the judge has to pick which one they wouldn't do for $1 million, and that one is the winner.
Okay, so the one they are least likely likely going to do.
So like a very basic idea, $1 million, but every day you have to eat a scoop of shit, and there's the Poland invasion and $1 million, but you also shit yourself every time you I don't know, fart.
Oh, okay. Well, in that aspect, then yeah, okay. They aren't making money out of. They aren't making money out of nothing, because I was kind of concerned and didn't get the idea of the game, because if you wanted to play $1 million, but you don't have to pay squat. You just have to sit in a TeamSpeak server or sit with your family and friends and do it. Preferably not your family. But yeah, like the whole aspect of the game, I was like, why would you need to pay out or have any cards for this thing? Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. That's a good idea. I dig it. As Flint Cole once said. Christ. Cool. Call. There you go. Did you guys want to play?
And his issues with words.
Oh yeah. Don't you think the audience already knows that like I'm struggling with speaking in general? I was going to ask though, did you guys want to do like a round of $1 million but?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can come up with a better idea than just Poland invasion, because I was really just trying to get to our first topic here. A shitty one.
I've got one. $1 million, but every time you touch anything, you get a paper cut, regardless. Like, it could be your computer screen, it could be a TV controller, it could be the door. If you touch it, you get a paper cut. Would you still do it?
Nope.
Damn, dude.
Instant nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. It would be too much pain.
So like literally anything, like you're typing away
Oh, that would fucking
I like
hurt.
a keyboard or something. So like, is it just the first time you touch the laptop or every single key?
No, it's any time you touch something with your hands.
No, fuck no.
Oh my god.
That would
Does
be
that
awkward.
include when you touch yourself, like you're going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Hey, you made it dirty, Louise.
That,
But where would the paper
what?
cut be? Would it be on your hand?
It's okay to confine it down a little bit. It's always going to be like on your fingers or your hands.
Wow, man, a paper cut. Oh no.
I think the only workaround I would have is wearing some really thick gloves and then dealing with one paper cut a day. But I can
the
imagine
paper
that being
cut once
awkward.
you put the gloves on.
Yeah, like if your skin isn't actually touching anything, then it doesn't count. But you won't be able to use your iPod or like any touchscreen devices ever again.
Well, there's like the thing that was invented for Korea. It's like a sausage that you can buy in like every store, and it works on touch screens. So once you're done using it, you just eat it.
Are you
Sweet.
fucking kidding me?
I shit you not.
Wow. Yeah, I will admit I probably wouldn't take the $1 million for that one either. Like, I know I could wear a glove and probably get away with it, but being a guitarist, that would fucking hurt. Like, every note, you get a paper cut. What about you two? Have you got anything better than Poland attacking us, Luis?
I'm still thinking.
Okay, I've got one.
Shoot.
Every time you go to the bathroom, and it doesn't matter where you are out in public. All right. Let me not necessarily going to the bathroom. Anytime you are relieving yourself, disposing of waste products created inside your body, you have to laugh maniacally the entire time while you're doing it.
Huh.
So $1 million, but every time you go to the bathroom, you have to laugh maniacally the
You
entire
mean like
time.
Joker laugh?
Yes, like
Yeah.
full-on evil villain, hysterical laughter.
I was about to say, like, an immediate yes, and, like, kind of explain it to the family beforehand and be like, if I go to the bathroom and I'm laughing my ass off, I've got a condition, whatever, blah. But then I thought, if I'm ever out in public and I have to use a public restroom, might be a lot more difficult to play off.
Like, can you imagine, like, walking, like, coming out of a movie? You know how you always really need to go to the bathroom at the end of a movie? It's filled up with people. You find the open urinal. You just start relieving yourself. You look over to the guy next to you, and you just burst out laughing.
Oh, using urinals would be the worst.
I mean, if you're using a stall, at least you can be like, something really funny on my phone.
Yeah. Something really funny. It had me laughing for like 10 minutes.
Oh,
You know what?
man.
You know what? I would actually say yes.
Yeah,
And
I'll take it.
I would have a workaround, which is... No, actually, that wouldn't work, but I'll explain it anyway, because it would be just as awkward, but fuck it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get your teeth kicked in at the urinals if you did this. I would just be like, look, just to let you know, like, not even making eye contact with somebody, just, like, while they're in the room standing next to you, I would just be like, I've got a condition where I have to laugh when peeing. So, here's $20. Please don't kill me. I'm not looking at you. I'm not laughing at anything. It's just a condition I have. And hopefully they'll be, like, a lot more understanding, but, I will say that would stop me from going to public urinals a lot more. I would be trying to hold it a lot more.
Oh, God. Can you imagine
I-
diarrhea?
Okay, this is solid 20 minutes in the loop. You'd get a sore throat at the end of the day.
I think
Oh
I'd
my
take
God.
it.
Yeah, I think that one I would take, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Wow.
take it. So I have one.
Ooh.
You get $1 million, but every time you meet someone new, there's a % chance that person's gonna kick you in the balls.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yes, you get $1 million, but every time
Mhm.
you meet someone new, that person, I mean, there's a 30% chance that that person is going to kick you in the balls. Out of
Oh my
nowhere,
God.
just...
So when we're saying meet somebody, like they need to be introduced to us, or is it literally any fucking stranger we walk by in the street?
Oh no, it's like you actually have to engage in some sort of contact. So it's like,
Huh.
hi, I'm Luis, or something like that, or hey, this is Luis. Not like, oh, you're walking down the street and you make eye contact with someone and okay.
So like when
They
names
run
are
across
actually
the road.
exchanged.
Yeah.
Yeah, when there is some sort of interaction there, but with a stranger.
So
I'm just imagining the other situation where it's just a random passerby, you make eye contact with them across the street, and they run at you full power just to kick you in the bollocks.
it's like you make eye
Dive
contact,
kick.
you look at them, they look at you. It's like their eyes just their brow gets furrowed and they just look at you angrily, and you're like, oh shit, not again.
Like the
yeah.
the Kill Bill meme. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's like the screen goes a little red and the tune starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you're at like a really sad event, like a wake or a funeral,
Oh my fucking
and
God.
you meet like members of your family's family. Like you see your cousin and it's like, oh, this is my new wife Sharon. Too bad Uncle Timmy died today. She's like, hi, I'm Sharon, and then she just kicks you in the balls. When you go to any sort of social event like that, you're going to meet a lot of people.
It would be a lot worse if you're like, kid, man, it must be really tough. I'm sorry that this person had to pass, and then they just literally spin around and kick you in the bollocks straight away, like nothing else spoken. It's like, I was saying something nice.
You're just falling to the ground. It's like, nice to meet you.
But remember, it's a 30% chance. It's not guaranteed you're gonna.
It's not guaranteed.
Balls. No, there's the element of surprise. You can, be scared.
Can I permanently wear a cup?
No.
Ah.
Fuck. That makes a huge difference.
Okay, what can you like cover your nuts when you introduce yourself to everyone?
That would be a bit awkward while trying to shake someone's hand.
I have a skin condition.
Oh, my dick. That's why I need to
cover. And when they go to punch you, they're like, "Oh, that's why." The other,
I would say covering with your hands would be okay because you would still feel pain. It doesn't do much to help you out.
I'm
gonna regret this, but I would do it because
I'll do it.
I can't do it.
I know it's going to be painful, and I know that within this life, I'm going to meet a shit ton more people that I haven't currently met.
Especially if you're a millionaire.
Well, that's the thing. I would keep that money like secret from fucking everybody. That's the only reason why I would take it though, for the million, because that's a lot of money. And if someone kicks me like once in the blue moon in the bollocks, I could go back home and pay rent, pay this, that, and the other without doing any work whatsoever. So the money speaks louder than pain.
You could just put a lot of ice in a few bills and ice your balls out until they're not swollen with all the kicking.
I mean, I can imagine all of us here have had a good kick in the balls.
Oh boy, yeah.
So like we've dealt with it before. We're strong men. We can deal with it once more. Do not get any ideas if you see us at RTX, guys.
Yeah,
like the audience are like, by the way, I heard you guys could handle being kicked in the balls.
The $1 million here are imaginary. We're not rich.
However, if you're willing to give me $1 million to kick me in the balls, I'm willing to do that. Fuck no. Oh my god. That was good. That was good. I like that. Topic over, but yeah, that was a fun one.
So, speaking of well, no, I don't have a segue.
Should we just smash cut into the next topic?
Man,
Yeah.
segues are hard. Fuck segues. Well, the other topic we thought would be interesting to discuss was the Warcraft movie. Have you guys seen anything about it?
I did watch a trailer.
Yeah, like I only recently came to attention because I saw an advert for like 20 seconds on the TV. World of Warcraft movie. Yeah. What's your opinions on that thing? Like, do you reckon it will actually be successful, as in Hollywood standards? And also, do you reckon it will be successful by their own community and fans? Because you often get the divide where they might make money, but everyone that plays the game fucking hates the film. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've never played Warcraft, but it's kind of hard to say because as of yet, I don't think anyone's seen a video game movie that's, just hit the mark because it's really hard to hit.
Silent Hill did a very good job.
Did not see it.
I recommend watching it.
I also haven't played the game.
Well, okay, well, fuck. That doesn't really give you a good comparison. But yeah, I would say that's one of the rare exceptions to, like, video games that get turned into movies that are always crap.
Well,
that one's pretty good.
If we can, we could expand the topic onto video game movies in general and talk about the Assassin's Creed movie as well. They just released their first trailer for that.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
So, I mean, I saw very little of the Warcraft movie. The trailer and the news and stuff. It looks good. I don't understand much about Warcraft. I've never played World of Warcraft. I've seen some gameplay of it, but never really got into it myself. But yeah, graphically speaking, it looks really good. But I don't know. We're at a weird point in time with movies that I think we're starting to leave the point that video games and comic movies are bad, and now they're starting to become really good. So I don't know. It's there's a chance it will be really good. There's a chance it will be really bad. So, but
Well,
the
yeah.
Assassin's.
Oh, sorry. I was just about to say, like, with the comic book stuff, like, you're dead right about that. Remember, like, early 90s where, like, most of the comic book superhero movies were fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're
even...
cinema blockbusters. Sorry, continue.
Oh, no, sorry. Even in recent years, like, the first Fantastic Four movies, they weren't that great, but they were far better than the most recent one. That was just a fucking piece of shit.
You just didn't like the recent one.
Man, to be honest, I called it that it was going to be shit, and I was right.
To be honest,
fucking called it.
I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but
I skipped it.
I have heard so much negativity about it that I really don't think I'm going to.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch like the whole thing. Like, I got some bits, and man, it just doesn't seem appealing. I may watch it entirely at some point because it's kind of a dick move to just say, "Oh, it's fucking awful," and not having watched the whole thing. So, to sound like less of a dick, I might watch it entirely. Ugh. But yeah, the Assassin's Creed one. Did you guys watch the trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet, but I will be after this.
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
What'd you think?
Overall, I'm kind of just staying completely neutral because, to be honest, they've already started off, like, right off the bat. They've done some weird, like, wonky stuff that never appeared in the games before.
Like the Animus?
Namely, what they're doing with the Animus. But they might explain it off as, like, some weird prototype bullshit going on, which is fine. As long as they aren't just completely being like, yeah, we know that we've established that this is the Animus, but we're changing that completely. But anyway, pretty much all the stuff that takes place like modern day slash future slash past or whatever, all the stuff with Abstergo Industries is weird. I'm just gonna, not pay attention to that. But all the stuff in the past, especially the combat and the movement, definitely seemed very Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which it looked good. If they like kind of focus on a lot of like the historical background and stuff like that, then I think it could be a really good movie. Because honestly, that's what I think is one of the best parts about Assassin's Creed is they've always blended, the fiction of the past or like historical background stuff, which I've always been interested in with, fiction. And
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you can go.
No, yeah, and the conspiracy theories as well. Just adding to what you're saying.
Oh, you like the conspiracy stuff more than the historical stuff?
No, I like them both.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, just adding that both the historical part and the conspiracy theories, they managed to blend those very well in the Assassin's Creed mythos. So
Yeah, I'm just curious to see where it's going to go. I'll probably watch the movie unless, they come out with more trailers that just turn me off of it. But
yeah.
What was the term that you coined recently, TJ? The cautiously optimistic? Is that how you are?
I used that on a tweet.
Oh, that's where I remembered it from.
I don't think I coined that, but
I think you did, Tyler.
Most things that I like, I go in being cautiously optimistic. With this being a video game to movie scenario, I'm just being cautious.
Good.
Not going to be pessimistic, not going to be optimistic. I'm just going to wait and see.
Yeah, I watched the trailer, and in regards to the Animus, if they come up and say like, oh, it's a prototype or it's like Animus 3.0, I'd be cool with that because we've seen the Animus evolve throughout the games. There's like the Assassin's Creed 1 version, then there's Assassin's Creed 2. In the third one, it's I think they improvised. Did they have a chair? I'm not sure.
Yeah, third one, the second and third one, they both used Animus. It was they pretty much just stole it.
Yeah, the Black Flag one and Rogue was sort of kind of like a VR thingy, and Unity they just don't make it clear what it is. But anyway.
Well, Unity, it was the Animus became like a home video game console, and the assassins were just hacking into people's consoles and being like, "Yo, dog, help us out."
Yo, dog, help us.
And
can't imagine them being that casual,
But it's something I missed. Not having a present day thing in Assassin's Creed that is that has a bit more presence than just a few nods and hints at, oh, there is a present time. But anyway, I'm digressing here. So, it will make sense because in the games they are like, oh, so Desmond is getting fatter, although they don't really state it that way, but, muscle atrophy and all that due to staying the Animus for too long. And so maybe that was a way they found to not let those things happen and use the bleeding effect to give some training to the people they're trying to take to their side. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, they I think it's going to be a prototype because they're explaining it to this guy and they established in the trailer that he was dead, didn't they?
Yeah, that he was supposedly killed.
So that would imply like they uploaded his brain to the Animus, and then in Assassin's Creed Revelations they had Subject 16, I think, was his dead brain patterns were hidden in the Animus that Desmond was sleeping in or whatever.
Yeah, or it could just be like historical bullshit as well.
Maybe they're just like, oh, you're
everywhere.
dead, trust us.
Yeah, wink.
Winky smiley face. I'm sure they've got a hot chick for him to, gawk over.
Oh yeah, there is a female assassin they showed a little bit in the movie, and usually Hollywood being Hollywood, so there is bound to be some sort of romantic interest in the movie somehow.
Yep.
But one thing I really didn't like about the trailer though, fucking Kanye West. They use a song of his.
Wait, which one?
The song is I don't know. I do know that he keeps repeating I am a god, which, being Kanye West, you're supposed to expect this sort of shit from him, but it's just the song in itself is bad. It's not just because we're giving attention to Kanye West. The song sucks, and it really made me feel like a thing I'm getting from Call of Duty and Battlefield trailers and all that is that let's put like some techno or dubstep or even some like modern day rap because that's what the kids like,
That's what all the hip kids are into.
Yeah, and it just fucked things up.
Yeah,
but someone did put an Assassin's Creed soundtrack song in the back of the trailer, and it fixed it. Like, then that completes the set, then it totally looks and feels like an Assassin's Creed experience. So I hope they don't fuck it up in the movie. Let's not put Kanye West in things.
The thing is as well, like, you can't take too much away from the film, the trailer. Well, okay, maybe you can take it away from the trailer experience, but like them picking out a shit song, bad, like, creative decision, but it's not going to impact everything. So you're going to be fine there. Unless it plays throughout the whole film, I haven't heard it myself, so I don't know if it's going to be any good, but you're definitely right about most recent trailers. All you need is some dubstep and then some repeated rap lyrics, and there you go. You got a teaser trailer, some lens flare, some IGN scores popping on the screen somewhere, not enough water, or too much water, that's it. That's all you need. And then you got a modern day commercial for video games. I'm still waiting for the day where we have like a hardcore first-person shooter that has a nursery rhyme as the music in the background.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I'm gonna snipe your
sounds
balls
like Dead
so
Space.
far.
Actually, that's true. Like, almost, I think Gears of War as well almost got away with something like that. Like a really soft song playing.
Oh yeah, Mad World.
Yeah, that
horror
was it.
genres and things like that. For the shock value, they'll like take a nursery rhyme or a soft song or something and just play it over something serious.
There's a word that I want to use which explains why they do that, but now I've forgotten it. It's like cognitive dissonance, if I remember.
Yeah.
It's where it's like you take something that's supposed to be like related to good things, and then you put it into something that's fucked up, like Silent Hill. Silent Hill are the masters of that shit. Like, here's a playground which is covered in ash, and it's like, oh my god, no. It's a good horror theme, cognitive dissonance, or whatever the hell it is. I may have fucked up that terminology.
I didn't read this beforehand, but this is from Wikipedia. I'm looking for like a short way of explaining it because I know what it is, but I'm trying to find a short way of explaining it. So I'll tell you guys if I smell bullshit. So it says, in psychology, cognitive dissonance is a mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values at the same time, performs an action that is contradictory to one or more beliefs, ideas, or values, or is confronted by new information that conflicts with existing beliefs, ideas, or values.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think according to the way you explained it, Tyler, it does make sense to call it cognitive dissonance because it's like you have the information that, nursery rhymes are for kids and they're happy and they're okay. And then you see like a playground filled with ash and gore and shit,
Well, hospitals in Silent Hill as well.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a good
pretty much every
thing.
horror game.
Yeah. supposed to be a good thing, but that's where all the creepy fucking nurses are with fucked up, like, oh god, they're creepy.
So it's it's like it's sort of two informations you get at once, like the nursery rhyme and the visual information you're getting, and they don't really add up.
You don't often see
They
it
get
working.
associated and they don't add up.
You don't often see it working the opposite way. Like something you assume should be bad, but it's something that's actually good or refreshing in context. Maybe I'm pulling that out my ass. I haven't given that much thought, but oh yeah, wait, fucking Undertale does it quite a lot. We're like, shit. Never mind. I've completely forgot where I was going with that.
You're right there, buddy.
No, my brain farted completely. I was like, oh, wait, yeah, Undertale does that. It takes a bad thing and makes it good. No, it takes a flower and makes it fucking evil. So it's the opposite way around. So we're back to square one. Never mind. But before we shut the video game movie stuff down, can you guys list many video game movies that was decent or good? We were saying that they were getting better earlier, so how many of them have you watched recently that are actually worth it? The almost automatic silence from that was like, oh, not many, huh?
I mean, does Wreck-It Ralph count?
No.
Well, I still need to go and watch that because I like the idea of that film, but I haven't seen it at all. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children was very loyal, I reckon. I did like the film and actually paid attention to the plot.
Isn't Scott Pilgrim a video game?
No, it started as a comic book.
Okay, so it's comic to video game to movie?
No, comic to movie to video game.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then no, I can't think of one.
It's not recent, but I want to say that the Tomb Raider movies were okay. Like there's some stuff they could have done better, but it was alright. What else?
I've actually been playing the Tomb Raider games recently.
Man, I want to play the second one so much, but
the one with the mansion training course thing.
No. I mean like the new second one. After
I
the
get
reboot.
You now.
I've played the first second one.
I'm still thinking
the
in
butler
that
stuck in the freezer.
Yeah, I'm still thinking in like the original series one. So when you say the second one, I was like, oh man, yeah, I remember the training course.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, the new one.
Yeah, I can't. You know what? We can get the audience engaged in this. List down any films that came from video games that are any good.
I mean, they are making Ratchet and Clank now.
Yeah, but we don't know if
Didn't that already get released?
Movies. Yeah, I think it's out already.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I literally hadn't heard about that, and then I just saw a post on, it was either Facebook or Twitter, saying that it was going to be out in a week. And that was 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like it was kept in the download for a long time. They didn't make a fuss about it. And I went to watch Civil War, and I just stumbled upon a poster, Oh, Ratchet and Clank. Oh, okay. There is one video game movie that I know that it sucked so much, and it made me so goddamn angry. The Max Payne movie. That movie was in the making for years and years and years. Those things that they have like a script, and then they have issues with the script, and then they change studios and blah, 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 blah. And then the movie finally got released, and it was a piece of shit. Like, the last boss of the movie is literally the first boss of the game. It's like, yeah, it's a dude who's just like a crazy cultist, and the dude uses a lot of the experimental drug. They talk about the V drug. So he's just like batshit crazy, and he leads some sort of cult and a branch of the mob.
Well, you can't win them all. I can tell you that much because
But it's Max Payne. Come on,
there's
he deserved better than that. His life's already shitty enough in the games.
You know as well as I do, though, that the ratio of good to bad video game films, we're still in the range of there being a lot more bad ones than there are good ones. But it is changing. Eventually that will be overturned. We have to live through some very, very, very bad films first, though. Like Mario.
Oh boy, I just watched the movie once. I kind of want to watch it again, just for nostalgia value.
What, the Mario film?
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you do not.
Because when I watched it, I was really, really young. So.
Okay.
I didn't have the criticism that I have today for movies. Like, oh, it's a movie and there's some funny things. That's it.
They need to get some decent cosplayers about and do a version of Skullgirls or something. But I don't think that will ever happen for a film. That might be a bit too much to expect. I think the group that eventually finished off Skullgirls is making that new game called Indivisible, which I hope is going well at the moment because I saw it was doing some sort of Kickstarter or Indiegogo thing, and it was doing very well. So yeah. Should we segue into the next topic?
Sure.
Our Chapeau Show.
So I'm reading and rereading this cognitive dissonance article.
That's not our next topic, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but I'm still not entirely certain if it fits what we were talking about. I think in a way it does, but at the same time, I have my doubts. But anyway.
I think there's two definitions. One which is the psychological definition of it, and one that if you're in the media and you're creating content, there's a definition for that kind of thing. I don't know. There's a casual one, and then there's a very professional one.
That is the sort of thing that actually happens a lot. Not only with psychology, but I've seen it with other stuff. By the way, I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to be a smartass. I'm just since it's my field, I'm legitimately fuck.
I don't want to sound like a smartass, but I legitimately.
Yeah, but
I don't want to sound like a smartass, but I paid to go to schol for this.
Shut up. So again, I didn't mean to sound like a smartass, but I'm just actually curious, as to whether I remember it correctly or not. It's just
I'm sorry, baby, I love you.
I didn't mean to be a dick. Anyway.
That laugh reminded me of the good old-fashioned Harry Potter thing from years ago.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, the old "Stop it, Ron." I cannot
Stop
do
it,
the voice.
Louise.
I cannot do the voice right now.
Can I tell you guys something? I don't find that video funny at all.
That's because you are devoid of humor. You are literally...
Hey, fuck off!
You're literally anti-humor.
No, I don't.
No,
Fight. Kiss.
Actually, no, I'm not. I should have said, but
yeah, I was about to say, grammatically, you're not really there either.
Yeah, fuck off, Tyler. God damn it, dude.
I don't want to sound smart, but no, I ain't. Jesus.
I hate you all so much.
We're never going to get to this other topic.
Yeah, well. So, the... fucking twat.
Guess what's going to be the next quote for next week?
Yay! So this week, I finally got around to finishing sort of a craft thing I was trying to make, which is a Nuka Cola bottle cap, and which is also a magnet. And I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I even took some pictures, and I think I tweeted it. So
You
I'll
can
put
see it
that
in
on
the
the
link
link tree.
shitter now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and yeah, that wasn't as complicated as I thought. One thing that usually puts me off a lot on crafting stuff or even cosplay is that it just seems like so much work to do something that looks at least decent. But the thing is, have I ever told you guys the story of why I decided to make this bottle cap?
New.
No,
Right.
never.
Well, not that I know
So,
of.
in my office, like my room, like I said before, I'm not sure if it was on record or not, but it's in a house with other professionals, and the way we have agreed with each other to not be disturbed is to put a magnet on the frame of the door because it's a metal frame, so that way we know that someone is busy. You should not knock, you shouldn't just barge in because that person either has a client or a patient or whatever. So
Why didn't you just put a sock on the door handle? Sorry.
yeah, very fucking professional. Like, put a goddamn sock. Anyway, so the thing is, they gave me this magnet that was just too simple. It's a strong magnet, but it just has a piece of black plastic on top of it, and it was, it looked like a mole on my door frame. So I thought, maybe I should do something that has more to do with me, and I modified that into a bottle cap. Like I got a bottle cap and got all the materials, and I assembled it. Like the final assemble took me like 1 hour or even less than that. And yeah, I didn't expect it to be this easy. Not that I'm bragging, but it really wasn't that difficult. And now I have a bottle cap for my door frame and a Nuka Cola bottle cap. That is an important detail. Have you guys ever done something like that?
No, never. I've always wanted to get into that kind of stuff, but I'm more on the, like, when it comes to creative stuff, like I normally just automatically go to like drawing or making music. I've never been able to make something that's like a physical thing you can interact with.
Yeah. I've really kind of wanted to do that kind of stuff too. Just, I don't know. I kind of have the same problem you have, Luis, where like, I'll be like, yeah, I can do this. This doesn't seem that hard. And then I'll, watch a video or something and it's like, oh, all you need is, these 3 materials. And it's like, oh, 3 materials, that's nothing. And it's like, plus you need these 15 tools, which are hard to come by or expensive. And at that point, I'm just, I'm out. And I go and freaking play more Xbox.
Yeah, I usually go through that. Oh, okay, this is easy so far. And then tools, and can I just bash a rock on it and, have it pop up or something? But I kind of want to do something else now. I'm not sure if you guys played it, but there is a thing in Oddworld Apes Exodus, which is the main product the bad guys sell. It's called Soulstorm Brew, and it's like a teardropped bottle and with a green liquid. And there's a what's the name of the thing that goes on bottles and stuff, like the plastic with the things written? I forgot.
The label?
Yes, label. Jesus. So yeah, it's a label, a bottle, and the green liquid, and that's it. And like some sort of, I've seen caps and corks for those, so I still have to decide. But it shouldn't be hard, I hope. But I still need to find like the materials. But I'm pretty excited. I really like that game. So
Actually, one thing I thought would have been kind of cool to do in a sort of arts and craft thing, make like a lamp out of Nuka Cola, like make like a Nuka Cola quantum lamp.
oh yeah, there are some of those. The bottle itself, it's kind of easy, but one thing that I felt would be a little too hard was finding like the thing that goes in the bottom with the light, because there's no way to make the liquid actually glow unless you have access to like some really heavy chemistry stuff, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah, it's a good one.
When it comes to this kind of stuff, when it comes to like, oh man, I really want to make this thing, it often goes exactly like this. Step 1, see how long it will take to make it. Step 2, watch a video, see how someone else makes it. Step 3, check Amazon and see if I can buy it. Because I'm not being funny, I'm often put off by instructions, especially for these things, when it says something as simple as, you need PVC glue for this. And I'm like, well, don't have that. Well, I'm fucked. That's it.
Since I can't bash a rock on it.
I mean, on a kind of related subject, I've been planning for some time to try and make like a desk for my mom. I just don't know how. You know what I mean?
It should be wood on wood, but it's not that simple.
And you bash wood, and you make wood thing.
Like, I think, like, oh, it shouldn't be that hard. You just take some wood, get them together.
Wink.
And, you know, it shouldn't be too hard. And then I look at, like, DIY on Reddit. I like to look at that a lot. And it's like, oh, well, I just took these, 7 pieces of 4x4s and combined them together. And I had this, and they've got, like, these ridiculous tools, like a clamp that can cover, like, an entire table and hold the pieces together. And then they've got like little metal bits that are adding extra structural support. And I'm just thinking, I was just going to take a piece of plywood and put 4 sticks under it.
This isn't Minecraft.
But one thing that I noticed with the bottle cap, and I'm in no way saying I'm an expert, quite the contrary, but I realized that I saw some of the instructions, and some people made really long and slightly more detailed or even complicated processes for bottle caps. And one thing I did is I got some of those instructions together and mashed them up, and kind of did my own thing with them, based on what people did, but I didn't follow a single full-on instruction. Like, some people advise to put a coat of something that I forgot the name right now. I didn't do that, it's not really that necessary.
Well, that makes you a true artist then, because I'm not being funny, but every creative mind out there, whether they work on fan art or music or crafting stuff, whatever, I can imagine there's a traditional set of rules that you must follow to get like correct form and this, that, and the other. And of course, you could just follow a DIY handbook, do it yourself. You can do this, 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 and this, and a step-by-step guide. But you did it the good old-fashioned way, which is, I'm going to follow this for a little while, and then I'm just going to finish off, and whatever happens, happens. It's this. Like, this is the thing I want. I'm not going to follow someone's words exactly to get it that way, It's like, you can be taught music theory for years. Doesn't mean you have to keep to those rules at all, I
guess that's a way of seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would call myself an artist, at least not just yet, because I don't want to get beaten in the streets.
Hey, you're not an artist until you say you are.
A few more pieces. But hey, thank you.
The thing that amazes me as well is when people make cosplays, and it's like, how the fuck did you even get started on this? Like the people that get it like every inch of the character's design and costume correct. Like every button is etched properly and shit like that. And it's like, how? I mean, like, sometimes it's with video games that don't even have like the best graphics, and they've got like an intricate, detailed suit on with all the details, and you're like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, A, how, and B, how
There's like 8 bits to that suit, and you made something with at least 64,000 bits.
Yeah. It's
But yeah,
impressive.
man, I think, I agree. It's super impressive. I really admire people who can actually do all sorts of things, like that, cosplays and props and drawings and stuff. So, which is why I don't feel really comfortable, with calling myself an artist, because I'm really a noob in this, at least yet, for now.
Hey, the theory is you've made something. You can call yourself an artist, even if you openly say, it's not that good, but it's art. You could say, I'm an artist, but I'm new. You can get away with calling yourself that, right?
I guess.
It's not
In
an
other
exclusive
news,
club.
I'm going to make a gallery of my nudes. Nope.
No.
So.
No thanks. No TY.
You rang?
What?
Sorry.
I see what you did there.
It's the beginning of my name. Ty.
Oh, yeah, because you're called Tyler.
Yay. Now that I brought that down.
I'm opening the questions for him, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah. Just to bide the time while you're doing that. If you guys had to make a cosplay, you could pick anything. Who would you be? What do you reckon you could pull off? I think we actually had this as a question, but I'm asking it anyway.
Yeah, I think I could easily pull off a Max Payne from the second game. Like, there are some different versions of the outfit, but I have a very similar leather jacket and all the other outfits. I would maybe need a tie like his or some makeup for a wounded version. But I would like to be able to pull off, like, I know a lot of people do it, but I would like to be able to pull off a Deadpool costume, but a really detailed one, not just a red spandex with some black details and a mask and that's it. I'm talking like utility belt and katanas and some prop guns and all sorts of shit.
Maybe not katanas. like real ass katanas.
No, yeah, not those.
What about you, TJ?
What was the question again?
If you could cosplay as like anybody, like what do you reckon? What do you believe you could pull off pretty well?
What do I think I could pull off?
Yeah.
I've actually thought about this question, and I can honestly say I have no idea.
Aw. He's gonna be Lara Croft anyway. No,
actually, I've thought about trying to grow out a beard, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi, because I've already got the hair, kind of.
And you're blonde.
The weirdest way I could actually see that working, but it's hard imagining you with a beard.
Yeah, I think the longest I've let it grow out is maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And then at that point, the Abraham Lincoln comments get so annoying that I end up shaving it off.
Man. Wait, and 3 or 4 weeks
you'd think it would be like, people in the outer world bullying me, but no, it's my family.
Yeah, but that's common. Trust me. When I started growing my beard, I got a lot of shit from people who were close to me. Because I don't know, maybe it's just because it's a new thing, and people like to take the shit out of someone. But hey, if you wanna grow your beard, go ahead, But seriously, in 3 or 4 weeks, you can pull off an Abraham Lincoln kind of beard. Holy shit, dude!
I mean, yeah, there's a lot less reputable beards out there.
Yeah. The only reason I say Abraham Lincoln is because I haven't let it grow out long enough for like there are bits of my shadow, I guess you could call it, 5 o'clock shadow, that aren't filled in because I've never let it grow out. So every time I start to let it grow out, it's just kind of patchy in all the wrong places. So it ends up just being mostly my neck, and then like, everywhere you would expect there to be a beard, I haven't let it grow out.
I suffered with that for the longest time. It's finally now getting to the stage where, like, when the hairs start growing, it's like an even beard. So I'm so happy about that, because I used to get, like, areas where nothing was fucking growing, and then other areas right next to it that had, like, long-ass hairs, and I'm like, you fucking serious? Now I just look weird. Shave.
Yeah, but sometimes, like when you have bold patches, you can they can just cover up, if you
Yeah.
get them long enough. Of course, if you have a patch which is also known as your entire cheek, it gets kind of hard, but
Yeah.
otherwise.
As for me, I don't know if I could actually pull off the character, but I would just love to use this one because making the costume would be easier than expected, I can imagine, and afterwards I would have a sweet ass suit. Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club. I mean, I got blonde hair, but I certainly ain't got long enough blonde hair, and he's got a sweet fucking suit, so...
You also need to
Yeah.
work on the noodle arms.
The noodle arms, yes. Yeah, I reckon I could do that.
Yeah, pulling off the character is a whole other deal as well,
I bet there are some other people out there that may be listening to this that are like, fuck you, Tyler, you know you could do that fucking character, but honestly, I don't see it sometimes,
I know, by pulling off the character, I mean like actually, sort of
Acting
acting.
Yeah. Like, I have been told, like, when Tamaki gets, like, all depressive and, like... You know the corner? Tyler's corner? You know where that came from, right?
Yep. No, wait,
Furious
no.
masturbation?
No. There's, every time, like, Tamaki gets, like, shut down in the anime, he, like, goes to his corner. And I'm like, shit, yeah, that is kind of exactly like me. Like, when someone shuts me down, I would just turn into this whimpering mess on, like, a messaging service. So, yeah, I suppose some characteristics are there.
I also thought it was because of furious masturbation.
No, not that. But yeah, before we quickly go to questions, have any of you guys heard of Man-at-Arms Reforged?
Yes, I love
What?
that channel.
Yeah, Louise, you need to see this
Man
shit.
at Arms. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
another
you seen it?
Reforged one, but I've seen him making the Mjolnir and the Hidden Blades.
Yeah, like the Reforged series, it's very good. Like, I found it by accident, and I was like, holy crap, they've made, Asana's rapier from Sword Art Online, and then I was like, oh, they made the Gunblade, from Final Fantasy VIII, and then I was on that channel for like hours watching how they were making all this stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've seen both the original and then the Reforged, and they're both really awesome.
I wonder how much they could sell the weapons for if they ever sold them. I don't know what they do with them afterwards.
Oh, I guarantee they would probably be pretty expensive. Some of the materials and all the work they put into some of those.
Apparently they can't. At least from what I remember about the Hidden Blades. It was back around the time of Black Flag, and they made them, but I don't think they sold it. And there's also the problem of copyright. That's not their property. It's
that's true.
And
they would need to get permission to sell them.
Stuff.
Hey, they make probably a shit ton of money from ad revenue, so I suppose they don't care that much.
And they also
probably
work
don't
for
need the money.
studios, apparently.
Ah.
Yeah, at least I'm not sure if they changed the crew, but at least the ones I watched, I think they mentioned at some point that they made the swords for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nice.
Yeah, like they go on about how they're like they make a lot of prop swords and things like that for actual movies.
This is kind of making me think,
if there
they
was
could make a Sword Art one.
Medieval job I would have liked, it would probably be blacksmithing. That'd be pretty cool. Even though most of the time it would just be like nails or, horseshoes and things like that.
Now, I would still be some sort of bounty hunter, like I described, with a sloth called Lemon.
Well, then I'll make your swords for you.
I would be a bard. Anyway,
right, questions?
Yeah, you loaded up the page. Woohoo!
Questions. Hey, that was a different one.
Yeah, it works.
I'm proud of myself.
Pat on the back.
I'm not sure if you guys managed to hear that.
It sounds like fapping, but yes, let's continue. Oh.
So this one was sent by TDBTyler, and he asked,
no.
"You have 7 words. What's the best sentence you can make?"
All I need in this world is shit.
Oh, God.
Right, 7 words. That's mine.
All I need in this world is shit. That was 8 words.
No. Like I just realized that it was. I wanted to finish that off, but then I realized it was 7.
Okay.
I was like, nope. I should have really prepared one for my own question, knowing that I would probably be on the podcast.
I've got one.
Oh?
7-word sentences are hard to make.
Hey, look at you. Do I have to use 7 words, or can I just make a sentence without using 7 words?
It has to be 7 words. That's what it says. But what I loved there, and I bet if the audience, has got this far, what I loved was there was this silence afterwards when TJ said his, and I bet Luis was doing the same thing as me, where I got my fingers out and I started counting to see if that was 7 words from TJ. I was like, I can't think of one, damn it.
I can do words good, son. Yo.
Why didn't you start that with yo?
Okay, so yo, I can do words good, son. Yeah, but it doesn't sound as funny. Although I didn't really think of using yo at first at all, so... Hey, I managed to pull off. You didn't, so fuck you.
Okay, here's mine. It's clear. My waifu is Blake Belladonna. There we go, that works.
So does it count as 1 word or 2 words?
That's 1 word, and if it's not, then it is clear my waifu is Blake. That works.
It's like an honest question. I'm really not sure about it.
Done it.
Well,
achieved.
A contraction makes 2 words into 1, so...
I guess it counts as 1 then.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then I just remove the surname. Simples.
Or just turn the play with the contraction.
Oh.
I don't know.
You play their contraction often?
Hey, go. Let me show you my contraction. Oh, no, that's disgusting.
Oh, God.
To be honest, if you put any word into that context, it's going to sound nasty. Let's not do that, okay?
We were all trying to think of something, but I don't think any of us will go there.
Thinking about it.
Like, there's the awkward silence, and then there's the silence that's come up quite recently in the last couple of minutes, where there's, instead of it being awkward, you can tell that the other people are thinking something. I'm like, nope, you're not allowed. Do we have another question that isn't from me?
Sure. This one was sent by Sparks, and she asked, how do you motivate yourself? Do you have any tips for us R5D4s?
Easy answer.
I get it.
I don't motivate myself.
That was an amazing Star Wars reference, by the way.
Is that the shitty droid?
Yeah, it's the one that breaks down at the beginning of A New Hope, and then they buy R2-D2.
How do I motivate myself?
Masturbation?
That's like anti-motivation. That stops me from doing everything else. I would say getting some coffee. That always helps. And if you don't like coffee, tea, or some sort of hot drink that completely distracts you from everything. And sit down with nothing in the way and put on some decent fucking music. Or inspirational music. I actually really don't know. Like, one of the things recently, actually, is, do you guys remember Deductisms? I don't even know if you've come across it before in the past, but Deductism made a bunch of like AMV kind of stuff, but featuring people from RT and Achievement Hunter and stuff like that. And one of the most like motivating videos from that list is Rooster Teeth Anything. And it's like the song from Headley, Anything, in the background. And it's like a montage of like Rooster Teeth being like nothing to a massive success back in like 2012. I think it was 2013 or something. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I would put on to get motivated, I suppose. Because when you think about it, Rooster Teeth, when it started, was only 5 people with a stupid idea, and now it's a worldwide known business, and that's crazy.
Now it's a bunch of people with a stupid idea.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Well, we've seen how quickly that $1 million butt card game got funded. So a successful one.
They had to know it was going to be that successful, right?
I mean, yeah. Look at every other crowdfunding thing that they've done. Have they failed anything yet?
I guess not.
I mean, it works. But yeah, that's one way I get inspired or motivated. It's just like putting on some tunes. Recently, it's been that one. And then I just slap on a random playlist and just get started. I don't know. TJ, what was your answer? Meh.
No, my answer was I'm never motivated.
That's my secret. I'm always never motivated. Sorry. Yeah, it's difficult. Like, I'm not always motivated, but once I get inspired, I often do that. Just keep hold of that inspiration. You always got to be doing something, I suppose.
It's kind of a broad question if you start thinking about, like, is it motivation for the whole day or motivation for a specific task, and what kind of task that is anyway. But in more general terms, I would probably go with, like, try to have something that is for you worthy to, look, not look up to, but is that look up to, like,
Yeah.
to be excited about? Yeah, try to have something to be excited about at the end of that fucking hell cell phone. At the end of that task, So let's say you had to write a 30-page essay about something really fucking boring. But if you manage to get that finished today, then, later on or tomorrow you can go laser tagging or something, and you like that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, kind of like trying to bargain with yourself, maybe that helps.
Yeah.
If it's like physical motivation, like you feel worn out, try to take a nap or coffee or nap and coffee and food.
And another thing, remember, like, for any idea, for any project.
Look forward to, I'm so sorry, but I finally remember what I was looking for.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
But for any project, for any creative idea that you have, for anything you want to do, there's often a reason as to why that idea came about. Like a person you want to do that for, or something you want to do that for to get, like, well, it's true. Or let's say it's like, I want to get this so I can get my degree and, have a better opportunity in the future to get hired into a field that I actually want to be in. It's very difficult to remember while you're going through the shit part of a project where you're feeling tired and exhausted and you don't really want to do it anymore, to remember why you started doing it in the first place. Even if it was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to do this for shits and giggles, like, then if you're feeling run down by it, there's the perfect time to kind of be like, okay, need to take a break, grab some coffee, and I'll get back to it. But if it's something like academic, then it's like, why am I doing this in the first place? And then you can list down stuff like, well, if I actually get this degree or get decent grades, I could get a better fucking job than working in, I can't think of a bad example right now, but, there's things that can push you, or you could be doing it explicitly for somebody and you just don't want to let them down,
Yeah, and, when you reevaluate why have you started this in the first place, it also helps figure out whether or not you have swerved away from like what used to be the main goal, because sometimes you get carried away with stuff and you don't notice it, and
Yeah.
thinking why you started that in the first place kind of helps, like, oh right, that was a goal, so you go back and shift your focus to what was the goal in the first place.
Yeah,
That also helps, because sometimes you're just using energy for something that's not showing the result.
And sometimes, like, that entire process makes you realize how much something's changed, and instead of just, like, stopping completely, maybe it's worth changing it up, doing something else for a little while, and then maybe going back to it later.
Like pooping!
Or, there's no harm in completely dropping a project when you've realized you've lost all sight of it, like I have in the past, rather publicly. But yeah, like, sometimes that shit happens, and you gotta get motivated with something else. I don't know, this is probably the most demotivating way you can motivate someone.
Or you just change your motivator part, in case you actually are an R5 unit. So,
You can tell that me and Luis have studied psychology to some degree.
Most importantly, I just happen to have watched episode 4 about a few dozen times, so, I know my R5D4 stuff.
TJ sat back and was like, damn.
No, seriously though, buy new parts for your droids when they break down, people. Don't just sell them to Jawas.
Well, I mean, he didn't break down. He was kind of sabotaged.
Well, yeah, but,
We all know
general
R2D2
advice.
is the droid murderer.
Dun,
Wow.
dun, dun.
Mind equals blown.
Alright, so...
I need to stop. Like, I need to get rid of all my R2D2 fan art. I'm so appalled.
Including the R2X Blake stuff?
There's got to be someone out there that's done
Probably.
that.
It's the fucking internet. There's probably something like that.
Well, there is now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doing it right now. Anyway. So, before we wrap this one up, question for the audience?
Who has the honors? TJ? Did you want to?
Okay.
I'm only offering because I know you hadn't been here, and I think that I've already asked one.
So does that make me the guest this week?
Well, it's because I asked
Depends
one last
whether
week.
you show up next week or not.
I don't know. Maybe I won't. Is there anything in my contract that says I have to?
Look at him acting like we've got contracts now.
Anyway, okay, here's a question. What is the lowest thing you would do for $1 million?
Now, I could go pretty fucking low for $1 million. Ladies.
Wink.
Oh, jeez.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
How low?
everyone,
Like below
do you
the
guys
belt?
want to answer?
Below the belt.
Below the belt, above the knees? Is that about as low as you're going?
It would go, like... It would be so low that you guys would change your opinions of me. That's how low. This is where Luis is going to start, like, fanficking, like, all the things that I would probably do for $1 million.
Oh, please. It's not like I have a Word document open and I'm typing as I'm saying this. Where do you get these funny ideas from, Tyler?
That's going to be the night shift discussions and tweets recently, isn't it? What Tyler might do for $1 million. 1. What Tyler might do for $1 million. 2.
That's going to be a whole new series. Might as well upload it on the Shifty Key channel.
God.
Alright, so
Damn.
everyone, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to listen to the outro to find out how to interact with us. Keep an eye on our Twitter, because we are now, I don't think we actually mentioned that on the podcast, so, we're now every week, either Monday or Tuesday, putting up the topics that we're going to talk about for that week. And if you want to join us, you can just DM us or send us a tweet back saying, hey, I want to be on this podcast, and we'll arrange it and, try to arrange it. And for now, we're only doing that for members of the Rooster Teeth community due to some constraints on our backends. I don't like saying backends because,
backends.
Yeah, people can think we're talking about anuses, but anyway, until that changes, we'll let you know when that changes. But too long didn't listen, check out the Twitter. We'll put the topics, and you can tell us if you want to be there or not for the recording. So once again, thank you so much for listening, and until next week, don't sabotage your fellow R5 units. Bye.
And just before anyone judges, think about it, yeah? $1 million is a lot of money. Bye!
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
Tyler, the 2 Brits, 1 cup guy.
Tyler's a low guy.
Look, it's $1 million. Like,
would you literally eat shit? Because I just joked about 2 Brits, 1 cup.
Louise, it's $1 million. No one needs to know. How low?
Would you lick the underside of a toilet seat in a crack house?
How quickly could I get to like a hospital afterwards?
I don't know. That wasn't the question.
Long lick.
That wasn't the question, Tyler.
No. Well,
It's
let's
a yes
put
or
it
no.
this
It's
way.
a yes or no question, Tyler.
It's a yes or no question, and I'll get there. But first, think about this, yeah? Think. How much is minimum wage? And how many hours do you have to work to get near $1 million? Now, how much time in your life are you opening up to do, like, I don't know, simply existing and doing whatever the fuck you want with $1 million for doing one thing?
Right,
so yeah,
Tyler,
I probably would.
a good long lick, and you could get to a hospital, but it's like you have to call the ambulance and wait for them to get you, and then wait for them to take you to the hospital. Would you still do it?
It's $1 million.
All right.
Yes.
So you're saying that
I guess we know who would be more prone to get a mix of Ebola and I don't know, Zika from a crack house.
Hey, I'm not being funny, but I'm pretty sure some of our audience members would agree. You know, that's $1 million. Put that into perspective, man. I could pay my bills for the next, I could pay my rent for, the next part of the good 15, 20 years now for doing one thing.
Would you sleep on a bed made of snakes?
Are they poisonous?
Maybe.
Do I at least get trained and not, get trained?
No, you don't get trained. It's literally, you come home and there's a guy standing in front of your room door. You ask him, what the fuck are you doing in my house? And he hands you a briefcase full of $1 million, but tells you have to sleep on a bed filled with snakes.
Well,
okay.
For how long?
Yes or
It's
no?
like just one night,
one
forever?
night. Yeah?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month. Okay, this is where it's going to get picky.
Oh, now you're gonna get picky.
Yeah, of course, because it actually makes a difference on whether or not it's going to kill me or not.
Right.
If they put the snakes over my bed afterwards, definite yes. But let's say they're already in my bed and I have to aggravate them to lay down on it, then fuck no. Because if one of them is poisonous and I kind of like lift the sheets and it fucking bites my arm, then what am I going to do with $1 million besides die?
I mean, all right, so you get the $1 million straight away.
Yeah, but then I'll be dead.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's just bad.
but
It's
Don't be a
quick enough to
bitch.
write a will.
you could do some research, find out how, like, every night, like, okay, the second the snake
Wait.
touches the floor, it disappears. So if you
Wait.
can get like poisonous snakes off of your bed, they'll disappear until the next night.
I'm going to end this podcast with the best workaround ever. He hands me the $1 million, yeah? I'll just buy another fucking bed. Fucking
It's any
solved.
bed you sleep in.
Okay, well, I'll never sleep in a bed again. I'll just
Grab the $1 million and bolt it.
I'll just sleep in chairs for the rest of my life.
Vanish.
Any surface that you sleep on, snakes appear
Any?
right before you lie down.
Like, if I fall asleep at work, then there's fucking snakes
You'll
everywhere.
wake up in a freaking snake nest.
Well, I'll do it.
Pillow, snakes. Sheets, snakes.
I would
Covers,
do it.
snakes.
I would do it if I could get through the month and it doesn't kill me. Then yes, but if they're gonna like straight up poison me,
All right, let's get some snakes for RTX.
no. Oh god, I after finding out about like those fucking spiders on the last podcast and now the possibility of this happening to me, I don't think I want to go to RTX anymore. You guys have got some scary ass spiders over there. Right, bye. I suppose that's an Easter egg.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Be sure to tweet like the podcast or make comments to find out what the fuck Tyler would do for $1 million. Bye.